Active attacks refer to types of attacks that involve the attacker actively disrupting or altering system, network, or device activity. Active attacks are typically focused on causing damage or disruption, rather than gathering information or intelligence. Here, both the sender and receiver have no clue that their data is modified by some third-party intruder. The data transmitted doesn't remain in its usual form and shows deviation from its usual behavior. This makes active attacks dangerous as there is no information provided of the attack happening in the communication process and the receiver is not aware that the data or message received is not from the sender. Active attacks involve some modification of the data stream or the creation of a false stream. They are more detectable compared to passive attacks but can cause more significant damage. Physical layer: tampering with physical components, like cutting cables or disrupting signal transmissions. Data link layer: ARP spoofing, where attackers send false ARP messages to link their MAC address with the IP address of a legitimate network member. Network layer: IP spoofing and routing attacks, where the attacker diverts or alters network packets. Transport layer: TCP, IP hijacking, where an attacker takes control of a session between two machines to inject malicious data or commands. Session layer: creating fake sessions or altering session data to gain unauthorized access to services. Presentation layer: manipulating data encoding to bypass security measures or to inject malicious content. Application layer: various attacks like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and others that directly target applications. Active attacks are further divided into 4 parts based on their behavior. Masquerade is a type of attack in which the attacker pretends to be an authentic sender in order to gain unauthorized access to a system. This type of attack can involve the attacker using stolen or forged credentials, or manipulating authentication or authorization controls in some other way. Replay is a type of active attack in which the attacker intercepts a transmitted message through a passive channel and then maliciously or fraudulently replays or delays it at a later time. Modification of message involves the attacker modifying the transmitted message and making the final message received by the receiver look like it's not safe or non-meaningful. This type of attack can be used to manipulate the content of the message or to disrupt the communication process. Denial of service: attacks involve the attacker sending a large volume of traffic to a system, network, or device in an attempt to overwhelm it and make it unavailable to legitimate users.